Hey Barflies, welcome back to another Behind the Bar Liquor Reviews, Brew House Reviews. Tonight we're continuing in on our tap room.
Tap room, number 21 India Pale Ale. It's in the series with your shandy, isn't it?
You're such a douche. Yes. It's like the one like I described before, and there'll be a close-up picture. You probably saw it already. It's got the guy peeping through the hole for like the password at the speakeasy. It's each of the brewer's eyes for each one. It's got their signature, and it's got like a smudged thumbprint on each one. Kind of cool marketing. Like I said, celebrating the repeal of Prohibition. So, let's see how this one is.
Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm not generally a huge IPA guy.
Me either.
I don't like the hoppiness and the bitterness of it, but there are some that I've found pretty nice. So we'll see where this stacks up.
I, on the other hand, love a good IPA. I get a real good citrusy note out of it, a lot like grapefruit.
I don't know grapefruit.
I'm sure some of you do. And it's
No, you don't. You don't get grapefruit.
all right.
No, I mean, as IPAs go, that's not that bad.
No, I was just gonna say that's pretty tasty. I drink it.
I mean, because what happens nowadays, you get all these companies. I think all Dogfish Head does is the most hoppy shit they can think of. The problem I have with that is it had a purpose for the hoppiness, and the reason they call it East or the India Pale Ale is the East India Trading Company used to ship beer over. They had to put hops in it to keep it fresh, to get it as like a preservative. Now they do it so overblown. It tastes like dog crap, and I can't stand it. I won't even look at a pale ale in a bar.
Now, my wife loves IPAs and big hoppy beers, and when Southern Tier IPA 2X came out, the double IPA, I said, oh, it's something new, I'll bring it home. She's like, this is way too hoppy over the top. Like, she couldn't even drink it, and she likes that style of beer.
Now see, I noticed you said pale ale. There is a difference between
There is a difference,
pale ale
and I'm saying
IPAs.
India Pale Ale, the IPA thing is what I'm talking about, and that is so overdone. Everybody does an India Pale Ale, everybody's got one. And it's just, to me, I think it's a fad, and I think it's just gonna get people so sick of that, because it's so strong. That hoppiness is so strong. I'm to the point, I've gone out to bars back when I started having them, and I get it because everybody was having them. People are buying them for each other. And I started drinking them, I'm like, this is just crap. It's so overdone with the hops.
You know what though? You know what I equate that to a little bit is inexpensive Chardonnays. A lot of times from California will use oak chips, oak dust, or they're using something called liquid oak, which is the truffle, the truffle oil equivalent of oak juice. You know,
right? Oak
and
juice.
they use that a lot of
Can
times.
you milk an oak tree? Mm-hmm.
Yes,
They have nipples.
milk the oak tree.
Okay.
So it's like soy juice, really. But so a lot of times they add this stuff to mask the flavors and the impurities of just lazy winemaking practices, as opposed to adding something to the wine. And I feel that a lot with some of the IPAs out there, is that they just over hop the hell out of it just so they can put just hop juice out there and people will drink it.
It's a marketing thing, and it's garbage.
I really do like IPAs a lot, and I find that usually when you get a group of friends together, there's always that one, maybe two guys that really do like IPAs, and no one else ever drinks the IPA, so maybe that's why we always bring the IPAs, because we know our beer is safe from the other people.
Now, after this extensive rant about IPA,
this one's
freaking tasty.
It's
I
not
like
bad.
this one a lot.
As IPAs go,
Beer a lot.
I still wouldn't go out looking for this personally, but if you're looking for an IPA, you got to have an IPA, and you don't like the hops. I don't like getting IPA anyways. This one isn't bad, actually. I would buy it if I really, really wanted hops.
It is good. It is under hopped. It might be a good way to enter into getting into IPAs if you've ever wanted to start to try them.
But it's actually got more going on than just hops.
Right.
There's a really nice citrus component, like you pointed out. I mean, there's a lot going on in this beer.
Right. I'm just saying it's a good jump-in point. If you're looking for an IPA and you've tried other ones that have been way too over-hopped, this might be a good starting point for you. Gotta wade into the pool.
Or you could be smart and never try one, but that's,
Now, my impression of beer, like these guys are beer guys, I'm a wine guy.
I'm a wine guy too.
I know, but you're much more of a beer guy than me. Like, if I go out to a bar or something, I usually order Coors Light because it's cold, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
It's awful beer.
I actually went out earlier and had the Ommegang Rare Voss.
Nice.
Now I've never had that. They
That's
have what's that? Wit, the Ommegang Wit, I think it is.
Wit's another one.
That's really nice. I like that one a lot.
But that's a different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's another episode.
How
for
dare
another
you,
time.
sir? What would you rate this one at?
I'm giving this guy, give it a solid 7. Like I said, I like it a little more hoppier, but this does have a nice complexity of the flavor to it.
does,
So it is very enjoyable. So it gets a nice high score of 7.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I really like this a lot. Like I could drink this a lot.
I'm gonna give it a 4, and that is actually good because I don't like IPAs. But I'm not. I mean, as IPAs go, it would be higher, but then we're just doing it as beer. So I'm just gonna give it a 4, and that's about as good as it's gonna get from me. But
All right.
it's serviceable.
Well, check it out if you want a good jumping in point for your IPAs. And stay tuned because we're going to have a lot more of the tap room coming up. I think we got 2 more coming up with it. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching. Take care.